Follow Neville Goddard. Neville Goddard always talks about the feeling is the secret and using your imagination. Can you please explain from a scientific aspect what does this mean and how does this actually work to create the lives we want? A lot of teachers say feelings and secret and imagination, but no one really talks about how it works. I believe if we know the scientific method behind this, it will help to increase our belief patterns so we can trust ourselves and manifest more, because we know there are now scientific evidence which will make us more confident. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Yes. So the feelings are the secret to create your life, and it goes because here's what happens, and we're going to break this down from a neurological standpoint into a scientific standpoint. So your brain works through decoding information, right? So information are like zeros and ones. Information is in little energy packets. We call those quantized or quantum. They're particles. What the brain does, the brain picks up these energy patterns from what we call the universe. These energy patterns goes into your brain. They're transmuted to parts of your body through electrochemical signals, nerves, taste, smell, touch. What happens is, so these, particularly the feelings part, it goes more to your subconscious mind. So when Neville Goddard talk about the feelings, the secret, he's talking about the subconscious is what creates our reality. Your regular mind decodes reality by observing stuff. Your feelings create actions and habits, which makes you do something, makes you go something, make you go to someplace, make you take an action. And that is controlled by your subconscious mind. Now, as far as the imagination part of it is, so feelings and imagination go together. They are number one and number two. You need feelings and you also need imagination to create your reality. You cannot create your reality without those two aspects. Now, someone will say, well, Mark, I can't see stuff, I can't visualize, but yeah, you can look at pictures. That's the same thing as an imagination. When you look at something, every day in your world is an imagination. When you see stuff around you, that's created by an imagination. Now, the physics or the science about this stuff is this way. The same thing with the brain. The brain creates electromagnetic frequencies. The brain decodes these frequencies as feelings, and then it separates them as images. So there's two different sets of information going in. One where the brain transmutes that to the feelings, the other where the brain transmutes that to visionary. The visionary part of the brain is called the visionary cortex. That's where the light goes into the back of the brain and the brain creates the images. The feelings part of it now goes down to your nerve cells, all the nerve endings, feeling, touch, taste, and smell. So when you put those together, we get our five sense reality, right? So that's what Neville Goddard talks about when he says that. Now, our five sense reality isn't the whole picture. Five sense reality is just a part or a small portion of what true reality is. So we're never going to see the big picture because our senses are so limited. So what happens now, when you take your imagination, and when imagination happens, now imagination is going to create a feeling. The feeling now is going to generate in the subconscious. The subconscious now is going to make you do the thing and get the thing. Let's for example, let's use the lottery, this thing, to win the lottery. So if someone wants to win the lottery, first thing they got to do, they got to imagine first, right? Imagine what it would feel like to win. See? So they imagine it, they'll see a picture of it in their mind, and then while they're imagining it, the brain will actually create a feeling that matches the imagination of it. So a thing that you guys have to understand is you don't have to go around and conjure up feelings. Your brain is very smart. Based on what you imagine, the brain will attach a feeling based on imagination. So some of us will try to force to feel good or force to be excited. Don't do that. Your body is made up uniquely for you. So whatever feeling is for you, your brain will match it. So when your brain matches the feeling, right, that's unique to you, that's called normality. You know, I always talk about when you're going to create anything in your life, you got to make it normal, like it's supposed to happen. That's what I mean. Follow your own blueprint unique to you. You can listen and watch everybody else's, but just watch what the teachers are saying, watch what they're doing, but tailor it down to you specifically. Okay? All right. So now, when you see something you want, you're going to generate the feeling. Now, what's happening in the quantum field is this. That image right, from the brain goes out into a field. It's called unified field theory in physics. And when that image goes out into that field, it's made up of electrons and all this stuff. So what happens now, it sees and knows exactly what you want and how to get it to you. Now, the reason why you never try to figure out how a lot of stuff coming to you, because there's another part of physics or science. It's called the multiverse. It says that all realities exist simultaneously and infinitely. So it means that there is a future version of you already successful out in the field. So when you imagine it and you feel it, the subconscious and the higher consciousness, or called your higher self, will take care of all the how and when. And what it does, it will send that information back to you here, right? And then when you know it's close to manifesting, you'll start to see what we call the signs and signals. You may see your repeated numbers, you may see the thing you want, and therefore it starts to come into your reality. So everything is made up of electricity, magnetism. Those are the forces, we call them electromagnetism. And they come in, and our brains take those energy and make them into electrical, into chemical stuff and visual stuff. So that's what it means when Neville says, feeling is a secret, imagination is the key. So if you start to see your numbers like everywhere, like you've seen 1111, 222, 444, ones or something, it means that you've been manifesting something and it's close to coming to your life. Now I'll also say this now. The reason why feelings are so important is because our subconscious mind controls 98% of our life. It runs more of our life than we run our own lives. So this is why you have to start to feel a way to get something to come into your life. If you, and there's like a one feeling. You ever hear like one-stop shop, or so there's one feeling that'll get it all for you, like a one-stop shop, or they say one size fits all. There's a one feeling that will get you everything you want. One size fits all, there's a one feeling that will fit all to get you on it. And that one state of feeling you want to cultivate is called the flow state. What is the flow state? The flow state is being in a state of peace and neutrality. That's it. Peace and neutrality. When you're in a state of peace and neutrality, meaning that you're not letting anything influence you, you're just observing stuff, it will create the flow state for you, and you'll manifest and create a lot more of the stuff you want or desire a lot faster and easier, because you're in unison, or you're in resonance with what you want, and what you want now wants you. Therefore you don't have any resistance coming from your like ego and all the other crap stuff in your head. Does that make sense? Right. So the tip for you guys to make this stuff work is to practice to be in a state of just chill and go with the flow. Observe it, don't absorb it, and then watch from behind it. And then if it's something that will make you feel good, take it. If it's something that's going to make you feel upset, don't take it. That's going to create that neutrality, that's going to create that peace. Then you'll start to see a lot of things flow. Because again, remember now, the physics of this stuff, right, is that the imagination and the feeling is what generates the physical reality, the physical world. So if you change your feeling and you change what you see, you'll change the physical aspect of your world. So if you're seeing a lot of negative stuff, people messing with you, all that stuff, it means that your feeling and your visuals are misaligned or faulty. Now if you put your feelings and your visuals into a state of just chill, neutrality, seeing good stuff, optimistic, then the physical world changes. And the physical world includes people. People will treat you different. They'll resonate with you a lot more differently. Everything will change for you. Now remember this now. This next thing about this thing you don't understand. Write this down so you could get this. Nothing happens to you. Everything is happening for you. Okay? That's very important, because that takes you from the victim world. You got a first step to make this stuff work. You got to understand there's nothing ever happening to you. The universe isn't punishing you. The universe isn't schooling you. The universe isn't testing you. Everything is happening for you. It means there's a lesson to help you. It's something that's going to turn out in your favor. It's something that's always going to work to benefit you. You can't see the bigger picture right now. Got it? So that's how it works with Neville Goddard. And we'll see you again, and I'll do another question. Bye.